Hola a todos, soy Irina. Hello everybody, my name is Irina Movsisyan and I am your teacher of the Spanish language. And today I'm going to teach you the third conjugation of verbs. So we talked about verbs before, and we talked about the verbs with different endings. For example, hablar had an ending er, and comer had an ending er. So now we are going to talk about the third conjugation of the verbs that have the ending ir. And we are going to look at the verb vivir, to live. For example, I live in America, in Los Angeles. So I'm going to use this verb, but you and I, we need to conjugate it first. So let's learn today the third conjugation. Open your copybooks, take your pens, pencils, markers, and let's get started. Yo, tú, él, ella, nosotros, vosotros, ellos. I want to remind you that we don't have to use pronouns because each form will show us who is living. Okay? Okay. Yo vivo. Yo vivo. Tú vives. Okay. So please pay attention. Even if we have here the ending with the letter I, ir, we have a combination, a mixture of e and e. That means that when we conjugate the verbs of the third conjugation, we're going to mix the second conjugation with the third conjugation in the forms of tú, él, ella, and ellos. Okay? So pay attention here. You have to memorize where we use e and where we use i. Okay? So now let's look at it. Yo vivo. I live. Tú vives. You live. Ella, él vive. He lives, she lives. Usted vive. Nosotros vivimos. Vosotros vivís. El acento. Vivís. Ellos, ellas, ustedes viven. Vivo, vives. Vive, vivimos, vivís, viven. Okay? One more time. Vivo, vives, vive, vivimos, vivís, viven. Okay? So when we talk about this letter b, ube, it's not v, it's not b, it's something in between. It's when you slightly press your lips together, but you allow the air to go through. Ba, 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 ba. Vivo, vives, vive, vivimos, vivís, viven. Now we are going to conjugate new verbs. So we learned the endings. O, es, e, imos, is, en. Let's look at these three verbs. Escribir, to write. Recibir, to get, to receive. Vivir, en, to live in some state or a country. So let's start with the verb escribir. Let's conjugate it. Escribo, escribes, escribe, escribimos, escribís, escriben. Write that down. Recibir, to receive. Very similar to English. Recibir, receive. Same word. Recibo, recibes, recibe, recibimos, recibís, reciben. Okay? And now let's conjugate el verbo vivir one more time. Vivo, vives, vive, vivimos, vivís, viven. You live in Russia. Vives en Rusia. He lives in England. Él vive en Inglaterra. Inglaterra. She lives in Spain. Ella vive en España. You guys don't live in England. No vivís en Inglaterra. They don't live in Russia. No viven en Rusia. Let me ask you, ¿vives en España? ¿Vives en Rusia? ¿Vives en Inglaterra? You see, I'm using S in the end because I'm asking you. So you need to know how to conjugate the verb. Your task for today is to write these verbs down, to conjugate them in your copybook. Please underline the endings and try to make questions. ¿Vives en España? Sí, vivo en España. No, no vivo en España. Right now, I want to review everything we learned during these 6-7 classes. First of all, we learned how to say hi, hola. Then we learned the verb to be, soy Irina. That's how I introduce myself. Hola, soy Irina. Then we learned the first conjugation of the verbs, the Spanish verbs. For example, estudiar, hablar. So I can conjugate now. Estudio español, hablo español bien. We also talked about such words like bien, mal, así, así. So you can actually say hablo español así, así, hablo español bien, hablo español mal. Vivo en España. El verbo vivir, the third conjugation we took today. Vivo en España, I live in Spain. Trabajo en Rusia, I work in Russia. Basically, we took all the names of the countries. Viajo en Inglaterra, I travel in England. So learn this text by heart. This is the summary of what we learned in one little text. Hi, my name is Irina. I study Spanish. I speak Spanish very well. I live in Spain. I work in Russia. I travel in England. I give private classes. So you can text me at this number +1 323 910 7690, and you can ask for private classes for English, German, Spanish, Italian, Russian, French, and Portuguese. You can also send me an email, study@instalanguage.online. That's also my website, instalanguage.online, where you can find classes, flashcards, copybooks, books. I am building a language empire. I am inspiring every student that you can learn a new language fast. You can own the language. You can speak the language. You can enjoy the language. My name is Irina Movsisyan. Welcome to my classes. I will make you speak the language, whether you want it or not. Bye!